Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with the daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. So, a lot of these prices are a little bit, weird right now due to the glitch that we just recently seen on CoinMarketCap. To really kind of get a good insight on the current prices, you really have to go to TradingView. But currently right now, the market is kind of doing what we are pretty much just waiting for it to do, which is kind of just getting some volume in. We can kind of go over to TradingView real quick and check it out. But honestly, we do need a lot more volume than what we are currently seeing. Bitcoin is ranging around the 48K mark. I do have my targets set up here in the green. This is pretty much the demand zone, or at least you could call it my demand zone, but it is about 53.5K to about 56K. This is the major demand before we went to the new all-time high. This is also that major demand zone even going back as early as, February of this year. So, currently right now, this is the target point that I have set on Bitcoin. XRP, is a little bit different for me personally. I want to see a lot higher pricing for XRP. We have a long way to go, first off, because we currently are trading below the 85 centile support, or major support zone, I should say. But overall, the major demand zone that I personally want to see us back into is around the dollar range. Realistically speaking, this is the point that we should want to be back into. So, we do have, like I said, a long ways to go. But in my mind, I think that we still are going to range on a little bit, and I do believe that we are still in the quarter one and quarter two lengthening cycle of, the entire market, which is 2022, by the way. So, we do have a long way to go, but I suspect that this won't take too much longer, and you can pretty much see those wicks, by the way, on the chart. These are the bottom levels of like the August 13th price action chart, as well as even going back to the 7th of September, and pretty much almost the bottom that we were at in October as well. So, this is pretty much where I want us to be back into. Until we do see that, I'm not going to be so much bullish on XRP's current price action. Of course, we do know that XRP runs last, so it's totally fine. I suspect that XRP is going to be a main signal to really kind of tell us, hey, like, listen, this is pretty much almost the end of the bull market. So, hoping that XRP takes off, if you are in still other altcoins that have not taken off yet, would just be, counteractive. So overall, just to give you guys those insights, XRP does run last. I know it sucks to say, but hey, it is the truth. Now, before we fully jump on into this video, I just want to ask if you guys could please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely. You guys have no idea how much it does really help the channel get out to more and more individuals. So if you guys could please leave a like on this video, I will be greatly appreciative of it. Also, if you guys do want to go check out NCashOfficial.com to get my personal exit strategies, my insights and stuff like that, you guys are more than welcome to. Also, the Ultimate Crusader Trading Bundle Pack is the best deal for your buck, which does include everything on the website as well as all future content for free. And I just released a new product that is included, which is my Ultimate Swing Trading Strategy. This will pretty much take, any sort of amount of capital that you have to some high significant target points. A lot of people start with around like 1K to 10K and pretty much make about $1 to $10 million. So, definitely keep a close eye out on things that you could really kind of do to really kind of make small capital become massive capital. So, of course, if you guys are interested, go check out NCashOfficial.com. Links are down in the description below as well as in the comments below. So, with that in mind, let's move on. So, we do see that the social volume today was pretty significant due to the glitch on CMC, but on XRP, social metrics are still fairly good on the 1 week. We are still looking pretty good in terms of social volume and all that because, of course, the XRP overall community is fairly large in general. On the 1 month, we are down a little bit. On the 3 month, we are also, sort of steady. It's nothing too crazy. It's not like, extremely high percentages. But, of course, in terms of social volume, I do think that that's going to increase slightly as we do move forward on in terms of this SEC lawsuit. As you guys already know, I've been talking to you guys about this SEC lawsuit for a fairly long time. I personally believe that this SEC lawsuit is close to the point of no return for the SEC. And when I say that, well, look at what ended up happening, right? The SEC Gov now arguing it has not officially declared Bitcoin and Ethereum compliant cryptos according to testimony in the SEC versus Ripple. That appears to be a 180 from not just Bill Hinman's speech, but the regulatory approach of former chair Jay Clayton. Now, the reason why I bring this back up, because I did report on this a little bit on the 10th, or maybe it was the 11th. The reason why I bring this back up is because we do see here Ripple and XRP prone to more wins, as the SEC reportedly argues it never declared Bitcoin and Ether compliant cryptos. And the funny thing about this, okay, is that we have clear cut and dry evidence of them essentially declaring both of them compliant cryptos. They even said, Ethereum is essentially a currency instead of a security, or a commodity, if you will, for Bitcoin and Ethereum. So it's comical, to say the least, that now they're going back on this and really kind of talking more so about them never declaring it. And we even see here the catch-22, according to Charles Gasparino, who happens to be a senior correspondent working with Fox Business Network, the U.S. SEC appears to be changing its stance to avoid the path taken by its former chair, Jay Clayton. I honestly believe that the SEC is making things up as they go, just to kind of benefit themselves in this overall SEC lawsuit. But of course, we also see the contested opinion. While Charles is seemingly introducing a rather engaging debate on the compliant status of Ethereum, Bitcoin, and XRP, there are those in the following that don't actually or exactly agree with his claims. According to some, the said cryptos, especially Bitcoin, were never securities in the first place. With this, there is an emphasis on Bitcoin not being a security. Of course, with all of this happening, I suspect that there's more and more evidence that is going to come out that pretty much gives Ripple the upper hand. I honestly think that Ripple has so much more in their infantry to really kind of fight this lawsuit, and it just does not look good for the SEC. They continue to go back on their word. They continue to make things up. It's just funny to me. What do you guys think about that down in the comments below? Because I'd love to hear from you guys. Now, all of this is going hand in hand with this article that just got released today as well, saying, I should say, the SEC shouldn't be let anywhere close to crypto. In my mind, they are overstretching their boundaries. They're overstretching their boundaries day by day by day, and I do not think that they should have any sort of I don't think that they should even be able to step foot into crypto. I don't think that they should be able to regulate it at all from the overall SEC side point. Of course, if governments want to regulate it, of course, have talks with those who are higher up in crypto, for example, CEOs, executives, and stuff like that, plan things out. Don't just say, hey, we're going to sue this, company and pretty much delist their crypto asset because we want regulations. We want regulations for this space. That is such a terrible way to do it. That is not protecting investors. That is just hurting them. Every single day that this lawsuit has gone on, it has done nothing but harm us as investors, as an XRP holder. So in my mind, I think that the regulation sort of idea on, hey, let's sue this asset and let's delist this asset, that is such a terrible way of doing things. But of course, I think that this overall reign of power from the SEC side of view, I should say, is going to pretty much be gone very soon. Now we also see here today's Wells Fargo news minds us FX market is about $6.6 trillion daily. SBI, FX Coin, and Sumitomo, I hope I said that right, test XRP with FX swaps, settling credits and debts December 2020. So this is actually $6.6 trillion in terms of an exchange market, and this is also going to be fairly large, especially if they did test XRP and found some good evidence of it being utilized very good in terms of, things like, for an example, FX swaps, settling credits, and debts. So this is actually pretty large. 6.6 trillion should not be disregarded at all. And in terms of a lot of these use cases that are behind XRP, I know a lot of people compare it to Swift. Oh, it's going to move $5 trillion a day. Or, we talk about on-demand liquidity. Obviously, on-demand liquidity is a fairly large use case, even with nostril accounts and stuff like that are accounting for like $20 trillion plus. And of course, we talk about the derivatives market being, like $2.7 quadrillion. Overall, any sort of amount of money, something like this that is settling about $6.6 trillion on a day-to-day basis, that is massive. So in my mind, yeah, they probably found some really good overall evidence that XRP is doing incredibly well in terms of these, testings that are happening. We already know that like the top 38 of the top 100 banks are already trialing XRP technology and utilizing XRP on a day-to-day basis. So, in my mind, I think it is only around the corner, and I do completely agree. It's coming. Surprised it would be this month, though. Banks do code freeze during Christmas period, i.e. November, December to mid-January. And I do believe that in 2022, with ISO 222 going live and stuff like that, I'm very excited for the future of XRP. Now, we also see here, the West Virginia Attorney General sending a letter to SEC Heron Lee for violating the First Amendment regarding remarks she made during an event on March 15th, 2021. If you choose to pursue this course, we will defeat it in court. And we actually do see here that are circled. We do see here, if the commission proceeds down this pathway, states and other interested stakeholders will not hesitate to go to court to oppose a federal regulation compelling speech in violation of the First Amendment. And of course, we do see over here, this is federal overreach and political activism at its worst. And they're talking more so about the proposal here. They're talking about, pretty much just everything in general about, crypto and stuff like that. So in my mind, I think that this is a clear sign. I think that this is pretty much clear that this is a federal overreach and pretty much political activism at its worst. And we also see, unfortunately, the First Amendment stands in the way of your proposal in a series of cases from 2015 to 2020. The Supreme Court issued decisions that have the effect of acquiring federal securities regulations that compel speech to withstand strict scrutiny under the First Amendment. And of course, we do see over here, West Virginia will not permit the unconstitutional politicalization of the Securities and Exchange Commission. If you choose to pursue this course, we will defeat it in court. So obviously, there's a massive war going on internally with the SEC as well as many other states and stuff like this. Honestly, in my mind, the SEC could essentially, become something that is going to be a massive historical event for massive lawsuits, class action lawsuits. We're talking so much money the SEC is going to have to be accountable for in terms of losses and damages. In my mind, first off, we talk about the emotional damages. We talk about the economical damages and everything that is coming from the SEC side for, things regarding XRP and even other lawsuits, like even ADA just got, delisted. Tron just got delisted. So, they're attacking cryptos on a day-to-day basis. And I just don't see this ending well for, the SEC. We also see here, so all virtual currencies were considered commodities in 2015. Am I taking crazy pills? And we look here from the CFTC, virtual currencies and commodities. CFTC, right? The CFTC first found that Bitcoin and other virtual currencies are properly defined as commodities in 2015. We even see over here on this slide, they're even talking about Bitcoin, including Ethereum, Litecoin, and Ripple, virtual currencies, all becoming or being labeled as what? Commodities. They are not securities. So this is a clear sign to me that there's so much evidence behind closed doors that are labeling even XRP in general a commodity. They're even talking about, Coinbase as well. So in my mind, I think that this is clear government overreach from the SEC. I don't think that there is anything that is pretty much dead set on XRP being a security at all, or even Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any other asset within this space. And I also do completely agree with Kevin Cage here. I'm tired of retweeting XRP delisting posts. Can't wait to see all the relistings someday. Any other crypto asset would probably never survive this type of scrutiny. XRP, the GOAT, still in the top 10 after 1 year of battling the final boss, the SEC getting closer. And I do completely agree. The final boss is the SEC. Once we get past the SEC, it's clear skies, guys. And I do truly mean that when we talk about things that are happening behind closed doors. We also see here, this is hilarious. Gensler won't survive. While Chair Gary Gensler's newly released regulatory agenda is ambitious in scope, we are disappointed with its content. That is exactly the type of stuff that we want to hear from the overall SEC side point. This is following further back statement on Chair Gensler's regulatory agenda. Even, individuals from his own agency and even in the government are disagreeing with him. This is further hurting, first off, not only the U.S. government, the U.S. individuals as well that are investing their hard-earned cash. This is stifling innovation at its finest. This is a problem. Okay? I think that this is a clear issue that needs to be handled, properly. And I truly believe that this is going to help XRP really explode in price. Now we also see here, so actually, no, this was not the this is not the link that I was meant to actually open. But overall, I did see another article today talking about further government overreach in regards to crypto. And like I said, if we're talking about XRP's use cases, we're talking about like $6.6 trillion daily settled over XRP's RippleNet, if you will, or I should say Ripple's RippleNet utilizing XRP, sorry. The future for XRP is so bright, especially if we are talking more so about the SEC having this massive overreach. I truly believe that this 180 take from, Bitcoin and Ethereum being cleared as currencies to all of a sudden they're saying that they have no insights on this. I think that this is going to go down in history as probably one of the most, I would say crucial evidence factors in this entire case. So I'm definitely with Charles on this. I think that this is very funny to say the least, and when we're talking about things that are unfolding within this entire SEC case, it's a clear sign of one, government overreach, and two, government manipulation of assets. Because we even look back on One River, with $1 billion in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and all of a sudden Jay Clayton says, hey, we're suing XRP. He leaves office. All of a sudden he joins One River. Like, there's so many things that just kind of align perfectly with that stance. And in my mind, I think that this SEC lawsuit is close to being finished. So with that in mind, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to the notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join for Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day, a beautiful night. Wherever you guys are in this beautiful, it's been Nick. Peace out, guys.